We mounted up on those jeeps and drove into Gaza. The road ground into dust, and everywhere in the city of 1 million people, those apocalyptic scenes, blown out buildings everywhere. In northern Gaza, we were embedded with the Israeli military to see the children's hospital they say was used as a Hamas command center. The road leading past what had been a luxury hotel, now charred black, much of it collapsed. In the billowing dust, scores of soldiers on foot. Then we load into these armored fighting vehicles.
We're now inside this armored fighting vehicle, and we are going towards the Rantisi Specialized Children's Hospital that has been evacuated.
We unload outside the hospital into active fighting.
Admiral!
We meet Israel's chief military spokesman, Daniel Hagari, a former naval commando.
You can hear the tank firing down the street.
Hagari says this was the house of a Hamas commander. It was next to a school and the Rantisi hospital. Just up the street, those tanks firing.
I don't know if you can hear all that small arms fire in the background. We gotta get down now. We hear the whistles of the small arms fire around us. When you hear the whistle, in addition to the crack, it means it's very close. We're using the tank as cover right now.
And tonight, with the world now aware of the horrors at Al-Shifa Hospital, just a few hundred yards away, the Israeli military tonight saying Hamas is operating a command center beneath that hospital, too. Two Biden administration officials say the U.S. has intelligence supporting Israel's claim. Doctors deny that and say the hospital is no longer functioning. And without fuel for the generators, they had to remove 39 premature babies from their incubators, lining those tiny bundles on a gurney, desperately trying to keep them warm and alive. 3 of the babies have died.
Go ahead. Oh.
And back here at Rantisi Hospital, Hagari leading us inside through a hole made by an artillery shell.
This was the armory, okay?
Hagari says this children's safe room was used as a Hamas command center.
Those AK-47s look pretty old and rusty. I mean, was this a crack force that was here?
No. Some of the gear was operationally gear, but also some of the terrorists fled away, did not stay here. It shows us the war machine Hamas is conducting from hospitals. A hospital for children.
Further into the basement, a separate section.
We see here a chair.
Hagari revealing that chair, and we press the Israeli military. Beyond what they're seeing here, are they certain hostages were held here?
Hagari, what makes you think that this was a spot where somebody was held hostage?
We're going to bring here a forensic team. The only reason I brought you here, and I'm taking a huge risk, because you see the fighting outside. Tying hostages on a chair in his facility in a basement, fighting us for a hospital, using the children here in this hospital, a hospital for children, as a human shield. This is Hamas.
This is a tough balancing act. On the one hand, President Biden has said that he has not been reluctant about expressing his concern about what's going on, saying more needs to be done to protect the hospitals and the patients inside. The White House tonight also saying that it is very confident about the intelligence that Hamas has been using those hospitals as command posts. Matt Gutman, ABC News, Tel Aviv.